Chemicals exist in our everyday lives, and one of the most common ones in the United States is Red 40. Chemicals exist in our everyday lives, and one of the most common ones in the United States is Red 40. It's used for giving products their red coloring, but it's outlawed or banned in most other countries. You might be wondering how a dye could be so harmful that it's not even allowed to go in the products produced elsewhere, but there's really more to it besides just turning things red. In recent studies, it was found to be linked to hyperactivity in kids with ADHD, meaning it doesn't exactly cause ADHD, but children with the condition are more sensitive to Red 40. It's also thought to be associated with behavioral changes like depression and irritability. Worst of all, Red 40 has been linked to cancer. Now, why would companies continue to use this dye knowing it's bad for consumers? Well, the simple answer is that it's cheap, effective, consistent, and visually appealing to consumers. Synthetic dyes are significantly cheaper and quicker to get than natural dyes. It gives a stable and uniform color that doesn't fade, and the bright color makes products seem more fun, attracting more consumers, especially kids. Instead of using this toxic dye, there are several natural and healthier alternatives that companies don't use, like beet powder, blueberry juice, or dried hibiscus flowers. A career that relates to Red 40 is psychiatry. They focus on diagnosing, treating, and preventing mental, emotional, and behavioral disorders. If someone's ADHD or behavior worsens from Red 40 consumption, a psychiatrist could help treat them. Finally, neurotransmitters are chemical messengers that allow neurons to communicate with each other with other target cells like muscles and glands. They're the primary communication system of the nervous system, causing rapid signals that control everything ranging from movement to mood. This is a product that contains Red 40. It's a snack that a lot of people eat. Red 40 is in it along with Yellow 6 Lake, Yellow 6, and Yellow 5. There's just a lot of dye in it.
You probably didn't know that over 84,000 chemicals are in commercial use, yet only about 1% have been tested for safety. This is a major cause for concern because companies aren't required to disclose what chemicals are in their products, leading to consumers being unfairly exposed to unsafe products. Now, what do cleaning products, mechanical fluids, and makeup all have in common? The chemical glycol ethers. Glycol ethers are solvents used to dissolve resins, oils, and grease. In paints, they function as coalescing agents and improve flow in coatings. Well, if none of those functions seem dangerous, why is glycol ethers a dangerous chemical? To start, ethylene glycol ethers are metabolized by alcohol dihydrogenase into toxic acid. This process can lead to developmental toxicity. Another way glycol ethers are toxic is through direct contact with the skin. The solution can be easily absorbed into the skin, leading to your body directly taking in toxins. Once glycol ethers enters the bloodstream, it targets the central nervous system, leading to depression, anemia, and liver or kidney damage. When glycol ethers are absorbed by the skin, it can strip the skin's natural oils and cause dermatitis. The last way glycol ethers can enter the body is through inhalation or indigestion. Some hazardous effects of long-term exposure to glycol ethers on the body are lung damage, reduced blood cell counts, reproductive issues, birth defects in children, and potentially coma or death. Glycol ethers are especially dangerous because many people seek to consume products that contain it because it leads to a state of intoxication similar to other alcohols. So, if glycol ethers are known to be toxic, why aren't chemicals taking it out of their products, or at least disclosing that they're in their products? The simple answer is that they don't care. Disclosing that toxic chemicals are an ingredient would lead to consumers not buying the products, which would lead to less profit for the companies, and they wouldn't want that. In addition, companies don't seek to find substitutions for these toxic substances because their non-toxic counterparts are often more expensive to use. If companies aren't going to stop using glycol ethers, what can we do to avoid it? Firstly, glycol ethers are actually banned in the European Union and in Canada, so one possible solution would be a ban in the US. Another solution is that consumers should understand what products are free of toxic chemicals and switch to using them. For example, there are many biodegradable alternatives for products that contain glycol ethers. A career that relates to chemical industry is toxicology. Toxicologists study the adverse effects of chemical, physical, or biological advantages on living organisms and the ecosystem. It focuses on understanding, preventing, and treating injury from exposures to the substances, ranging from drugs and environmental pollutants to venom, and helps establish safe exposure limits. Relating to glycol ethers, toxicologists can help prove how dangerous it is and establish safe exposure limits to it. Lastly, neurotransmitters are chemical messengers released by neurons to transmit signals across a synapse to other neurons, muscle cells, or gland cells. Through this, they enable communication through the nervous system and endocrine system. Thank you for listening.